Hi, my name is Megan, and I'm a test prep expert here with Study.com. If you're studying for your Praxis School Counselor 5422 exam, then you are in the right place. Today, we're going to go over a couple of questions so you know exactly what to expect on your next exam. Stay with me to the end of the video to find out how Study.com can help you ace this test. Let's go ahead and jump right in. A middle school counselor wants to determine whether a school counseling program is aligned with student needs and district goals. Which of the following is the most appropriate first step in assessing the program? A. Compare student grades before and after counseling interventions. B. Reviewing the school's mission and analyze student data related to academic attendance and behavioral outcomes. C. Conduct individual student interviews about counseling satisfaction. D. Implement new counseling activities based on national trends. Let's go through these answer choices together. A. Compare student grades before and after counseling interventions. Outcome comparison is a part of evaluation, but not the first step of an assessment. So we're going to go ahead and knock that off. B. Review the school's mission and analyze student data related to academic attendance and behavioral outcomes. Assessing a school's counseling program begins with aligning the program to the school mission and analyzing relevant student data. This ensures the program is data-driven and responsive to actual student needs before evaluating outcomes or making changes. So we're going to hold that one off to the side. C. Conduct individual student interviews about counseling satisfaction. Student feedback is useful, but should occur after a broader program alignment and data review. So we're going to go ahead and knock that off. D. Implement new counseling activities based on national trends. Implementing changes without assessment contradicts data-informed practice. Go ahead and knock that one off as well. So our answer is going to be B. Our next question, an elementary counselor implements a small group intervention focused on improving attendance among chronically absent students. Which data would be most appropriate to evaluate the effectiveness of this intervention? A. Teacher opinions about the counseling sessions. B. Pre- and post-intervention attendance records of participating students. C. Number of counseling sessions delivered. D. Student enjoyment surveys completed after the sessions. Again, we're going to go through these answer choices together. A. Teachers' opinions about counseling sessions. Teacher perceptions are subjective and don't measure outcomes. So we're going to go ahead and knock that one off. B. Pre- and post-intervention attendance records of participating students. Evaluating program effectiveness requires measurable student outcome data. Attendance records before and after the intervention directly assess whether the goal, improved attendance, was achieved. So we're going to keep that one aside. C. Number of counseling sessions delivered. Counting sessions reflects implementation, not effectiveness. So we're going to go ahead and knock that one off as well. B. Student enjoyment surveys completed after the sessions. Satisfaction data does not demonstrate behavioral change, so we're going to knock that one off, and our answer will be B. Our next question, a high school counselor presents data showing a decrease in disciplinary referrals after implementing a conflict resolution curriculum. Which report format best aligns with American School Counselor Association, or ASCA, recommendations? A. A narrative reflection describing counselor observations. B. A list of counseling activities completed during the semester. C. A results report including baseline data, intervention description, and outcome data. Or D. A student satisfaction survey summary only. So we have A narrative reflection describing counselor observations. A reflection alone lacks objective data, so we're going to go ahead and knock that one off. B. A list of counseling activities completed during the semester. Activity lists do not show effectiveness, so we're going to go ahead and knock that one off. C. A results report including baseline data, intervention description, and outcome data. ASCA emphasizes the use of results reports that include baseline data, interventions, and measurable outcomes to demonstrate program impact and guide improvement. So we're going to hold that one aside. And D, a student satisfaction survey summary only. Satisfaction surveys alone do not demonstrate student outcome. So we are going to cross that one off, and our answer will be C. Which of the following is a primary purpose of the ASCA School Counselor Professional Standards and Competency assignment? A, to evaluate student academic achievement. B, to determine whether counselors should be retained or dismissed. C, to support counselor self-assessment and personal growth. Or D, to rank counseling programs at the district level. A, to evaluate student academic achievement. Student achievement is assessed through program data, not counselor competency tools. So we're going to go ahead and knock that one off. B, to determine whether counselors should be retained or dismissed. The assessment is not intended for employment decisions, so we're also going to knock that one off. C, to support counselor self-assessment and personal growth. The ASCA Professional Standards and Competencies Assessment is designed to help school counselors self-assess skills, identify strengths and gaps, and guide ongoing professional development. So we're going to keep that one aside. Sounds like our answer. D, to rank counseling programs at the district level. ASCA does not promote ranking programs using this tool. So we're going to go ahead and knock that one off, and our answer is going to be C. As you can see through these questions, the Praxis School Counselor exam is assessing your readiness in assuming counseling responsibilities in students preschool through grade 12. For more practice, check out our Praxis School Counselor 5422 playlist. And for even more detailed practice, strategies, and customizable study materials, head to study.com for our Praxis School Counselor exam test prep course. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe for more targeted test prep. Thanks for watching and good luck on your exam.